So it turns out we're doing things a little out of order. We spent the last couple days cleaning, and then the Tatami guys came and they informed us that the subfloor in these two rooms under the tatami needs to be replaced. So we're getting close to our maximum budget, and this seems like a pretty easy job, so we're just going to do it ourselves, and we're basically just having to replace the boards. This one floor joist needs to be replaced. It's cracked, but the rest of them are pretty good. And then over these boards is just overlaid some live edge flat boards, kind of look like what we consider cutoffs in the States anyway. And most of those are cracked, and in this room they're going to have to be replaced. The other room looks like it's pretty good, so we're going to just clean that and leave it as it is. For 70-year-old boards, everything is looking pretty good. Besides this one, everything is holding up. There is evidence that some of these have been replaced, but for now all we really need to do, it seems, is clean everything up and cover it back over with these boards. There's no sign of termites in the house, thank goodness. And this corner is the only one that looks like it has had some water damage in the past, and that's been addressed. As you can see, this joist has been sistered. It's really cool to get an up-close and personal look at the way that these old houses were constructed. I don't know the proper terminology, but basically we've got some big rocks serving as the foundation. You can tell that those have been dug out and then backfilled with sand to get them level. And then there's just a vertical pier, I think you call it, connecting that up to the big floor joist here. And those are pretty wide across, only 2 per room, and there's ones going all around the perimeter of each room. Our quote to replace the floors in these 2 rooms was around $1,000 US, and I managed to get all the supplies we needed for just around $100 US. I think the discrepancy is because they wanted to tear out everything, all these timbers, and replace them, which would have been, I guess, good, but these have lasted for 70 years, so chances are they're going to last for another 70 years. So that's 2 joists repaired. I had to get out the chisel for this one. And this room is done. I had to cut these boards to fit. And the rest of the other room, I'm going to have to cut all the boards to fit. So that's going to take me the rest of the day. So I just cut 10 boards, all the same length, and laid them out. And luckily, that did a lot of my work for me. So all these boards are laid out and cut, and I just need to cut some shorter boards to fit the remainder. Final phase of the floor replacement. So after I had gotten all of the floorboards cut, but before I had them nailed in, I got second thoughts about the strength of the floor joists underneath, and so I decided to take these all out carefully because they've all been cut to fit in a specific order. And I replaced all of the floor joists, except for these ones here, which have been replaced more recently because of the water issue that I've been mentioning. So that's all done and good and nice and strong. And the last thing I really need to do is cut out some notches in this board here to go around the trim, and the same with that end there. And I'm going to get the ends in place, and then I'm just going to start working from both ends. So just to clarify, by joists, I mean these boards, which are going this direction, and they are resting on some giant 70-year-old beams that are going this direction, and we kept those.
This tatami wide でここが揃わない。こっちの畳をロング、ここがスーパーワイド。よっしゃ。